Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Ask Pastor Keith. Pastor Keith, hello, how are you today?
I'm doing fine, thank you. How are you?
I'm okay. I think I'm okay. Today, we have a question specifically about more like children and birth and things like that. And so the question that came in was does the Bible have anything to say about IVF? And should all Christians want children or need to have children?
First question: do all Christians need to have children? No, and barrenness is part of human history, and so not everybody need to have children. I think we have multiplied and filled the earth pretty well, so I don't think that's a necessary command for us. And second, IVF. I've been asked of that question quite often because people are getting married later and later, and the conception is an issue. And I think there's a marvelous technology that helps couples to have their children they hope for. And we have seen a lot of those beautiful children come out of that, and we are very glad for that family, especially they wanted their own so much. Uh, but as a pastor, I have a general concern. Having is doing a IVF a sin? No, definitely not. It's getting just like another medical treatment. Some Catholic theologians have problem with that, and their reasoning is it's not natural. But a lot of medical procedures are not natural. Intubation and the surgeries, they're very invasive. So I don't think that holds water in this situation. However, sociologically, there are some issues, and that is IVF makes a husband and wife relationship a little bit too mechanical to produce a child. There's a lot of procedures they have to do daily. It goes up and down in hormonal level, emotional ups and downs, and there are a lot of failure rates in IVF, and there's so much letdown, emotional crash, and financial cost that are involved. Besides that, they place fertilized eggs in the uterus of a woman, and they place many of them to be sure. So they start with quadruple and a triplet, and then becomes twin, and sometimes one. Sometimes everything is not processed in the right way. So there's a lot of emotional up and down in that area as well. And sometimes, there's the great depression that comes with it and all that. So my general concern is that people who are getting IVF must know the cost, what to expect. There's a lot of ups and downs. And I talk to all the couples who are considering IVF to consider adoption. There are a lot of children who are in need of loving family. As Christians, birth is not just our flesh and blood. It's one way of coming into the world and come to know God and come to have a relationship. And the relationship is established in nurturing rather than just nature about being born and biological relationship. I know you cannot deny that the kid look like you, and you love the kid, and there's an enjoyment and all that. And yes, hope we have no infertility problems, but that's not the reality right now. But then there are a lot of children who are in need of really loving family, Christian values, and all that. So I would recommend that adoption. Not that everybody can adopt. It takes certain maturity and personality to adopt. But many people do not consider that because of this technology of IVF and so forth. But my recommendation is just know the cost of it. The emotional up and down. There's a lot of regret and depression that comes when it does not happen. So all those things, when you weigh them together, adoption is not a bad idea, especially when they're younger. That's what I will recommend for a Christian couple to consider. And if they say no, this is not us, no, of course, yeah.
Yeah.
So it is. Let me summarize: is okay, and sometimes it's preferred not to have children, depending on their lifestyle and their own health issues, their age, and their ministry. I know a couple of missionaries. They agree not to have children. They've been in the field over 35 years for the sake of ministry, because it's a very tough place. They have to run all the time and hide from the authorities and all that. They could not have raised children. So they have done that, people like that. And so it is okay and not to have children. And if you want to have your own children, is IVF okay? Yes, it's just like any other medical means to help, but it comes with a cost, emotional, financial, social cost. And you need to consider those before you jump in. And another option that I'd like to recommend is adoption. Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you, Pastor Keith, for your wisdom. It sounds like being properly prepared and then wisely managing expectations is really crucial in approaching these issues. Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah, thank you. And thank you again so much for joining us. I hope that helped answer a lot of questions or bring even peace in future decisions as you guys navigate these things together. But join us next time for another episode of Ask Pastor Keith. Thank you.